because, and you wrote about this. I was reading one of your articles about how controlling immigration helps wages.
Right.
Now, this is
Yeah.
an obvious economic argument. I tell people all the time, during the pandemic, we saw a skyrocket for the first time ever, blue collar, low skill workers were getting raises, and everyone was confused. Oh my God, what is happening? It was obvious. We
Right.
had a surplus of jobs, and we had a, finite number of workers. And so companies were competing for the workers, which allowed
Yep.
those workers to finally get raises. Now, most of that was kind of undone with inflation and that stuff, but
Right.
it happened for the first time in a long time. And people are like, oh, what is happening here? But this is like a basic economic argument. And I don't understand why people don't get that. Like, do they not care that, you know, the low skill worker is at a disadvantage when you have kind of this uh never ending population of people that can pour into the country?
Yeah. I mean, it's so obvious, and it's been demonstrated so many times that I don't think that people in our sort of leadership classes, not just blacks, I think the problem is there's a disconnect between our leadership people, business, government, everything in general, regardless of what part of our society, and the sort of ordinary people that they purport to speak for. But as far as the wage thing goes, um, it's it's not even just less skilled workers. Yes, there's no question that when you reduce immigration and there's fewer new, less skilled workers coming in, the ones who are here, even the immigrants who are here, do better. But it's anybody that employers might rather not hire. For
Mm.
instance, you got ex-cons. In a tight labor market, ex-cons get a second look in a way that they wouldn't otherwise. Now, let's be honest, half of them might be dirtbags. They might steal from you. But what about the other half who do want to clean up their act and rebuild their lives? They're getting a chance that they wouldn't otherwise. A recovering addict, same kind of thing. Would you really want to hire that guy if you're a business? Again, the businessman isn't a bad guy for saying, geez, I don't know if I want, maybe he'll,
Hmm.
steal from me or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But what about, and some recovering addicts may relapse, and you may have been right to not hire that guy. But what about the other guys who do want to rebuild their lives? It's basically, in one sentence, a tight labor market with fewer people chasing more jobs. A tight labor market is the best social policy. You can write welfare checks to people all you want, job training programs, all that stuff. Some of that works, some of it doesn't. But when you allow the market to tighten up, just to give even say a single mom who needs to be home at 3 o'clock because that's when her kid gets back from school. If she's applying for a job that goes till 5 o'clock, if there's two other people in the waiting room to interview for it, the employer is going to say, look, sorry, but that's the way the job is. I want to help you. The employer there is not the bad guy. But if there's nobody else applying for that job, the employer's kind of stuck and says, okay, damn it, I'll cover the last 2 hours. You're hired. It empowers people who have little market power in the job market. And it seems to me, if you're going to put your finger on the scales, one side or another, your thumb on the scales, it should be on the side of people with less market power, not more. And immigration is a way to do that.